Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate your support as we announce this wonderful new endeavor that AIC is undertaking with a very great partner of ours, K-12 Teachers Alliance. They're working with us. They're a group out of Chicago, and they support K-12 teaching needs. And that's really what this race is all about. Everyone knows that K-12 and supporting K-12 education is a national issue. AIC has a long-standing commitment to teaching teachers, to creating future educators, and supporting public education throughout New England. And we want to raise visibility for the issues and awarenesses that are surrounding the K-12 schools. We're thrilled to have this race because it ties in so well with just our educational mission, but you're also going to hear a little bit from our wonderful track team over here in the corner. It also ties into the success of our track program and our new track facility. So the race, as Vince mentioned, is going to begin at the courthouse, come up State Street, which we're also very thrilled to be a partner with the State Street Alliance, and they've been very supportive of us on this race issue. Bringing the race through State Street and through part of our campus, we think is just a natural way to raise visibility for our campus, the beauty of the city of Springfield, as well as tying it into the needs of K-12 education. So I would like to turn this over now and introduce Congressman Neal. Thank you.
I never tire of invitations from AIC, as you know. Anytime I get a chance to come back and talk about the role that AIC played in my life and the opportunity that it granted me. And actually, I wasn't really running up State Street in those years. I was driving a '63 Impala from Mercolino's Bakery every day, running up here to classes. But to President Maniaci, and I know Representative Swan and Councilman Williams that are here, I'm always reminded of the great gift that AIC has given to all of us across America. And it best could be summed up with the notion that the opportunity beckoned. And in Amaron Hall, where I learned to stand on my feet and debate some of the great issues of the day with some extraordinary professors, and predating that in Technical High School or in Buckingham Junior High School, before that Norman and Dells, my life was really blessed with great teachers. And it was their calling in life. And the other part of it, as the superintendent would know, is that they didn't join the teaching corps to get rich. And they worked very hard every single day. And I'm still at UMass as a lecturer and have been for many, many years. So I'm also very pleased with the idea you're going to start at the courthouse. That small endeavor that we undertook 10 years ago, and now is, I think most would note, an architectural gem. And coming up State Street, which Representative Swan and I were noting, was an earmark. I've yet to receive one letter or one phone call from anybody who said to me, geez, Congressman, could you send that courthouse money back? And while you're at it, would you please send the money back for State Street? Instead, everybody thinks that we were able to spruce up AIC's front yard, as well as Mass Mutual's front yard and the other great institutions that adorn the street. I anticipate running. I just got done with the St. Patrick's Day race in Holyoke out last night for 3 miles. And a compliment to Vince and the professional staff here, my tech classmate, Rich Bedard. He gets embarrassed by the plaudits that I sometimes offer him, but I'm going to say it anyway. He comes from a great family in Springfield. And to those of you who think there's challenges with SAT scores, he aced his SAT scores. Perfect scores on his SATs. And on top of that, a great baseball player. What you've done over on the Cortlandt Street campus is really terrific. The track and the new field, and I'm hopeful that in time, as we do the State Street improvements, we're going to be able to open up the Cortlandt Street campus to State Street and make it more welcoming, as you can come through and use it as a pedestrian way. But when you drive through across Acorn Street or Cortlandt Street, one of the things I'm struck by is now the number of people in the neighborhood and the community that use the track. And that's the same at Springfield College because they're good neighbors. So I hope to be part of this. I think that it's a great endeavor, in addition to which it's useful and it's worthwhile. So thanks for having me as part of this event this morning. And anything I can do to promote it, I'm glad to do it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Congressman Neal. I'd like to invite State Representative Benjamin Swan to come up and speak.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to be here this morning as well. I was chatting with Congressman Neal just before the program got underway. And I used to live on Roosevelt Terrace, which is right on the other side of the fence from the athletic field. The football team used to practice over there. I used to look out of my upstairs window to watch the games sometime. And Coach Neal at the time was a youngster. And you can probably tell by the hair, mine's not premature, but younger than I am. So at the time, he was my paper boy. And he told me that I used to tip well. And I didn't know whether I did or not, but I'm going to allow that story to stand. Now, we talked about, we both went to Tech High School. I went some years before he did. And I used to walk down that hill. We'd walk down very rapidly. But in the afternoon, coming back up the hill, it was somewhat slower. So it's interesting that the race starts down the hill and come up the hill, and you might eliminate individuals such as myself. But the purpose for which the 5K race is planned is quite important. So I want to commend all of you that are involved in it. I want to especially, commend President Matarazzi and AIC, all of the people involved with AIC and the track team for your effort in this, because it's important. It's important to underscore K through 12 education, especially in our city. It needs all the help that we can get, and glad to see Superintendent here. And I think it's an important activity. I'll do whatever I can to help to promote it. I have a radio program on Stick on Friday morning, so if you'd like to send someone to come and talk about it, we'll gladly entertain them. So thank you for inviting me. It's an important opportunity for the school and for our community.
You might get your red too. Thank you, State Representative Swan. I'd now like to invite Springfield School Superintendent Alan Ingram.
Well, good morning, and it is indeed a pleasure to be here with you on such a momentous occasion. I am a big supporter of Vince. He has been a great president, and I said to someone earlier that I would go to war with him any day of the week, any hour of the day. He is a visionary, a great leader, and very passionate and committed to making sure that educational opportunities exist for all kids. One of the great things about your institution that I am so fond of is the fact that you reach out to children and families and kids from across the country, but from kids who come from non-traditional backgrounds or who may have overwhelming challenges in terms of being able to access higher ed opportunities. And AIC has been a great partner for our school system as a pipeline for dedicated teachers and administrators, and so we're very fond and very appreciative of the work that you have done in supporting our effort. Most importantly, the announcement today is about awareness for public education, K-12 education in particular, and also has a fundraising piece to it, which will be beneficial. But it suffices to say, again, public education, the thing that we sometimes take for granted, it's a big target, easy to throw stones and cast aspersions at, but the challenge that we face, we know we can't do this work alone. We invite all of you, not only AIC, but all of you, our elected officials and others, to be part of the solutions that we're embarking upon in Springfield. I'm proud to serve as superintendent, and it's been a great 4 years. I'm proud of the work that we've done, but most importantly, we recognize we are not where we need to be, and we know we can't do this work alone, but with your help, I'm absolutely certain that we'll be able to get it done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan. I'd now like to introduce our very own chair of the AIC Education Department, Professor Esposito.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. First, I want to tell you that I am not a runner. However, I am a walker and I am a striver. And we can all do that. We can all put one foot in front of the other. And that's what it's all about. I just want to tell you a little bit about the Education Department here and about AIC. AIC and education licensure in Massachusetts have been synonymous since the 1940s. Beginning with just a few teaching programs at that time, we have expanded to 31 state-approved licensure programs in 12 separate locations across the Commonwealth. From Cape Cod to Pittsfield, of course to Springfield, to places in between, Worcester, Marlborough, Medford, and so on. Last year alone, we were privileged to endorse 350 new teachers and administrators for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, placing us among the highest number of program completers in the state. Currently, we have over 1,600 graduate students in all of our education programs, making us one of the top 5 fastest growing education graduate programs in the country. We are committed to developing future educators, and we are certainly committed to our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. I just want to say, in addition to the goal of raising awareness for educational needs, the race is going to raise funds for pre-K-12 cause. The top 3 running teams, as well as the top 3 individuals, will receive a cash prize with an additional donation going to the school of their choice. So we will have a direct financial support impact on the pre-K through 12 school systems in the region. This, as you know, is a national issue, but it's certainly also a local and regional issue as well. The team that places first will win $500, and the school that's represented by that person will receive $2,500. So in short, this race emphasizes healthy intellects for our children, healthy bodies for all, and the civic health of the city of Springfield by highlighting the beautiful revitalization. And thank you again, Congressman, for all your great efforts of the State Street Corridor. Hope all of you will be there to enjoy the race. We'll run in.